The image Ellen spent years building has come under renewed scrutiny as more former insiders speak publicly about their experiences in Hollywood. One of the loudest voices is Rob Schneider, who recently shared his perspective during a high-profile interview. His comments quickly reignited debates about celebrity influence, loyalty, and what really happens behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. According to Rob, many people who once proudly associated themselves with Ellen are now choosing to distance themselves from her. He suggested that the public is only beginning to hear stories that have circulated privately for years. As these conversations continue, viewers are left wondering whether Hollywood is finally facing accountability or simply witnessing another cycle of public fallout.
No one cares that now she's dealing with chickens. It's like, all right,
You're a normal $450 million person.
And by the way, I guarantee you she's
Who's
worth
taking care of her chickens? I guarantee, what's that? You guarantee what?
She's worth a lot more than $450 million.
Her art alone.
And like those talk show hosts.
Her devil-worshipping art alone.
It's just, it's too much. I can't stand these rich celebrities who want us to feel sorry for them. We don't, right? It's like all those you saw, like Julia Roberts on the Oprah special with Kamala Harris. Like, oh, and Meryl Streep. Like,
I know, winning over the hearts of people who live in gated communities everywhere.
Well, wait, are these still your people? Are you still in California?
No, I had to move out of California because I got little kids. And
we understand why.
It's dangerous to, in California, take your kids, in public schools. In the morning you drop off a girl.
Following that introduction, Rob explained that speaking openly about these topics isn't without consequences. He claimed that people who challenge influential figures often face criticism or professional setbacks. In his view, the industry's biggest names have spent years protecting their public images, making it difficult for opposing voices to be heard. Whether people agree with his assessment or not, his remarks have fueled another round of discussion about the balance between reputation, influence, and free expression in Hollywood.
To you.
Yeah.
And we're just watching it going, how did this happen?
Right. Well, I mean, people with an agenda, and I do think they get particularly exercised by people who they thought were at least possibly on their side or gettable to their side.
Yeah.
When you have Sean Hannity say half the stuff that I say, it's not controversial. But if I said it back then, at least, it had to be blown up because it was a betrayal, right? It was like a telegraphing of she's not with us.
It's more than that. It was a warning to others.
Yeah.
If you don't go with us, you don't toe the line, if you're going to be a troublemaker, we're going to come after you. And that's the same thing with Kendi Jackson.
Rob then shifted his attention to Oprah Winfrey, arguing that some of television's most recognizable personalities have shaped similar public narratives over the years. These comments reflect his personal opinions rather than established fact, but they quickly gained attention online because of Oprah's long-standing relationship with Ellen. His observations encouraged viewers to revisit old interviews, public appearances, and industry relationships through a different lens.
And try to perform and, not indoctrinate people like some comedy shows seem to be doing these days.
Not Saturday Night Live.
Well, I mean, I hate to crap on my old show. But when I saw these not going to come back. And
it really is the end of...
It's gone. You can take the comedy routines, the comedy routines. You can take the comedic indoctrination process happening with each of the late night hosts, and you could exchange them with each other. That's how you know that's not interesting anymore, because it's not an independent voice anymore. It's just all.
Another name that resurfaced during these conversations was Monique. For years, she has publicly criticized Oprah and claimed those disagreements affected her career. Her statements remain disputed, but they continue to be part of the broader debate about power and influence within Hollywood. Rob's interview brought those past controversies back into the spotlight once again.
I know Oprah Winfrey when the curtains are closed. I know it when the cameras aren't running. That's why Oprah Winfrey does not want to sit down publicly with me nor my husband to have a conversation, because within minutes, the community would know who Oprah Winfrey really was. Because what she's not used to is anybody asking her.
Attention also turned toward Oprah's Leadership Academy in South Africa after renewed discussion about its future. While the school has experienced documented controversies over the years, numerous rumors circulating online remain unverified. Even so, the timing of these discussions led many people to connect separate events and speculate about their significance.
Change is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Girls.
Go look and see what happened to them girls.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's head mistress. Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing.
Why is Oprah shutting down her famous girls' school? After nearly 20 years, Oprah Winfrey has announced that the Leadership Academy in South Africa will close at the end of the
Rob also reflected on his own experiences in Hollywood, claiming that becoming more outspoken affected his career. He recalled an incident involving a powerful director that he says changed how he viewed the industry. Although he chose not to identify the individual, he explained that the experience helped him understand why many people stay silent when faced with difficult situations.
And
Did you reveal
humiliation. I didn't, because he's passed away, and I feel like if he can't defend himself, I feel weird about saying his name. But he was a famous director who worked with, he did big movies, and so. But I remember that humiliation, and I didn't tell anybody. And it's interesting because when I've seen online like Rob Schneider. I don't believe in anyone would harass Rob Schneider. He's not good looking enough. And so, that's what's not. So now I understand.
Somebody said that?
Yes, not just several people said that. But I get why women, why they wouldn't want to talk about it. If they say that to me about me, imagine other women. It's humiliating. Why would you want to admit this happened and that you were in this situation? And there's a sense of shame you feel.
Especially if someone's going to say, well, she's...
Yeah, I know exactly. So
that's crazy.
But I do think it's a good thing it's coming out now, because I think that it's, like I said, in any position of power where women feel like they are put in a compromising position. And then also, not just that, but I wasn't a head. This was something that was just disgusting. It happened. This director was, naked and I, but for women who have to feel like they have to be silent about it and then carry this with them, I felt, momentarily traumatized, but still I remember 25 years later. At the same time, these are the women, I don't feel like it scarred me forever, but I remember it. But these women, some of them got out of the show business or got out of their own business that they're in.
According to Rob, fear of losing opportunities keeps many people from speaking publicly. He believes that protecting influential figures has become part of Hollywood's culture, allowing certain reputations to survive despite growing criticism. His comments added another perspective to the ongoing discussion about accountability within the entertainment business.
News article after article of people being like, Ellen's a bitch. Ellen is a nasty person. And all these staffers started to come out, not for nothing, but I know a guy, I know him very well, whose sister worked for her, who said, you were not allowed to make eye contact with Ellen in the halls of that show. If you saw her, this is not a nice person. So she eventually got canceled, but now she's coming back. She's got a Netflix special. That's the right response.
Yeah.
She's got a Netflix special. And here's the capper. On the promo, and apparently there's now articles out about from people who have seen the preview, she plays the victim. And she says, poor me. And she actually has the nerve to say that she was run out of Hollywood. This person...
With $100 million in her pocket.
$450 million, according to Forbes. That's a low estimate.
Yeah.
Because, so now she's out there saying, I was run out of Hollywood. She's actually reportedly complaining about how hard it is for women in America with the double standards.
Look at Oprah, how hard it is for her.
Oh, she's got...
As the conversation returned to Ellen, Rob also referenced several online claims that have circulated for years. It's important to note that many of these allegations remain unverified and have not been supported by credible evidence. Nevertheless, they continue to spread across social media, keeping Ellen's name at the center of public debate even years after many of the original controversies first emerged.
I can't tell what's real anymore. Okay, I heard Ellen DeGeneres was in the Epstein files for being a cannibal, and I looked it up to see if it was true. I am believing everything, and I am at a point where in America I'm going, what is going on? Because would I be mad if she was doing that? I mean, you can't be eating people and being mean to the PAs. Okay, what is going on. We gotta fix stuff. So I'm not Googling, is Ellen DeGeneres in the Epstein files because she's a cannibal? Oh, it's bad.
The discussion then shifted to one of the biggest controversies surrounding Ellen's career. In 2020, multiple investigations featured interviews with current and former employees who described a workplace culture that they said conflicted with the show's public Be Kind image. Separate reports also included allegations against several executive producers, leading to internal changes and widespread media coverage. While Ellen later addressed the controversy publicly, the reports significantly changed how many viewers viewed her legacy.
Ellen as well.
Yeah, I did the first 2 years on that show.
And she
was rough. She was the C word. Yeah.
She was not nice to you.
Well, you know, it's funny because when it started, first of all, I wanted to write for her because I really do think she's like one of the great comics of all. New Orleans girl.
That's right. She never claims it, but yeah.
Yeah, but she was a great comic.
Her old stuff is unreal.
Yeah.
I had all her albums.
Then the show comes out and I get approached by the head writer. And it turns out I'm good friends with the showrunner, and so I write a couple pages of jokes, and I get hired. And then so we were there for like a month before the show launched, figuring out the segments and all that stuff. And it was like fun, goofing, pranks. We had a ping pong table, and it was all good energy. And then everything got weird, and so we started winning Emmys. Like I won 4 Emmys on the show, but like. That made things bad. That made her start to be mean.
Was it an energy thing? Was she just short with you? I mean, what was exactly
It was like
happening?
if you didn't pitch in her wheelhouse, then she looked at you like you had just stabbed her puppy. It didn't really bother me that much because I'd written on a lot of shows before and I kind of knew what it was like to have tough bosses.
Yeah.
You know, I wrote for Bill Maher.
Sure.
But then there was these first-time writers they used to cry. There was a lot.
Rob then turned his attention to Will Smith, another Hollywood star whose reputation has faced intense public scrutiny in recent years. Beyond the Oscars incident, numerous rumors have circulated online involving Will and his family, although many remain unverified. Rob used Smith as another example while sharing his personal views about how public personas can differ from private realities, adding another controversial perspective to the conversation.
Speaking out on camera for the first time about what it was like working for Ellen DeGeneres.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is.
Hedda Muscat was with Ellen from the beginning in 2003 when the talk show was launched.
We were told from the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking, very stressful. We all walked on eggshells all the time.
Muscat says, despite Ellen's Queen of Nice reputation, it became clear early on that it would not be a pleasant place to work. One incident with executive producer Ed Glavin left her shaken.
We were in our production meetings and she would watch Ed go off on people. Ellen would look at Ed and she would laugh because I was hoping she was going to say, Ed, you can't be yelling at crew this way. You can't be yelling at people this way. She laughed and she said, every production needs their dog.
Meaning
Ed is her dog.
Like her attack dog.
Her attack dog. So therefore she doesn't need to do that. He took the role of being the attack dog that she didn't have to now be the attack dog. So she didn't have to yell.
So when Ellen says she's not aware of this environment, you don't think that rings true?
It's a lie.
Muscat won 2 daytime Emmys with the show. She was let go in 2004.
As a host, she's amazing. As a host. But as a boss and someone who's behind the scenes running the show, she's a different person. She's not the person people see in front of the camera.
Do you think anything will change?
No, because she should have apologized 16 years ago. This environment, this toxic culture that she created in the office.
Building on that point, Rob argued that Hollywood doesn't treat every celebrity equally when it comes to expressing opinions. He mentioned Mark Ruffalo while claiming that some actors can speak freely without facing the same backlash others receive. Whether viewers agree or disagree, his comments reflected his broader belief that influence and public acceptance often depend on who is delivering the message rather than what is actually being said.
Lot.
Oh, I liked him.
Will Smith has been hiding the fact of who he really is, and it was exposed that night. He's really an asshole. He's a deep, dark thing. To do that in front of all those people, and to a really great, legendary comedian who's literally the best comedian of our generation.
Sure.
You wouldn't have like this whole wave of comedy that came after if it wasn't for Chris Rock. He's kicked open the doors. So for him to do that, but I wasn't allowed to say anything at that time because we were part of the committee that was supposed to punish him.
And how do you punish him?
Wow, wait. Just back up a second. Hang on.
I want to know
Will
what the punishment
Smith is like, for me, when I met him, right, I always say...
Like the nicest, most wonderful. He's a liar. Complete, utter fraud.
Really?
It was exposed in that time.
Okay, we all thought in that time, he was under all this pressure, though. And
I've been under pressure.
moment.
Kyle's been under pressure. You've been under pressure.
Interesting you say that about Will.
No, Will is a douchebag, and that's something that you can't. The thing is, that's how politically correct the Academy is.
Right.
That they were so cowardly. Because if I would have done that, they would have been hauled out to prison. But because they were so worried about being, racist or whatever, they were like, we can't be. The point is, violence is what it is, and what the color of your skin or your religion doesn't matter.
Sure.
If you commit a crime in front of others.
The focus then returned to Ellen's former partner, Anne Heche. After their relationship ended, Anne occasionally spoke about their different priorities and personalities, offering a perspective that contrasted with Ellen's public image. Those interviews have continued to attract attention whenever discussions about Ellen resurface, becoming another piece of a much larger public conversation.
You take a Mark Ruffalo, he could say whatever he wants against Trump and he'll still get work as an actor. But if an actor like me, or says anything or even questions or dares question the tribe of Democrats, that's it. You're out. You're out of Hollywood.
Did you know that before you opened your big mouth?
Well, not to this extent.
Anne Heche's tragic death in 2022 sparked widespread discussion and countless online theories. Although official investigations documented the circumstances surrounding the crash, speculation quickly spread across social media without supporting evidence. The continued circulation of those claims demonstrates how major celebrity events often generate narratives that extend far beyond the confirmed facts.
Around it, because I've studied it, to be able to communicate a little bit better about what happened 20 years ago and the fact that it's taken us 20 years to be able to be at a point where we can listen to the truth again.
And Ellen's fine. She can sit on her pile of money.
I hope you like your money, because that's why I broke up with you. Do you like sitting on your piles of cash? Because guess what? It gets you exactly where you are. And by the way, baby, it's what you wanted then, and I hope you're liking it now. Cheers.
You broke up with her because she had a lot of money, or you broke up with her because...
I broke up with her because her goal was to have a lot of money, and mine was to find love, and hers was I want 60 billion. Good luck. Our forks are never going to meet. The further we stay on with this, the further we will be apart.
Okay. She didn't live in that love and kindness,
No,
did she?
she didn't. But you and I don't
if
talk
only
about
she wasn't a dick.
Revenge a lot,
No, we don't. There's one thing that I remember. There is one little nugget that I do have a sense of wanting a little bit of. I guess the only word is revenge. I feel that you were so wronged. And now to know that you were continuing to be wronged, it fires me up a little bit. And especially, look, when you look at somebody like Ellen, who literally is sitting on a pile of $60 billion, and then
could feed countries,
right? And then
but you got a Porsche.
I mean, you're not hurting. You live beautifully.
Wait, that's really funny. I just noticed that. Sorry, I have to put a pin in it. But I realized that Ellen drove a Porsche.
I want a Porsche. Well, she's not going to give me a Porsche now.
Culture and then she married one. All she used to do was drive Porsches, and she collected.
Rosie O'Donnell has also shared her opinions about Ellen over the years. As someone who knew her professionally, Rosie's comments have frequently been revisited whenever questions about Ellen's workplace culture return to the headlines. Together with other former colleagues, her perspective has helped keep the broader debate alive.
So many people find it hard to accept that Ellen DeGeneres is one of the good ones. And a comment that keeps coming out a lot is, what about Anne Heche? Well, Anne Heche, did anyone actually know who she was properly before she supposedly died? And when we say supposedly, we can tell we're watching a movie if you just watch the clip when she's getting wheeled into the ambulance.
Ambulance, that's some sort of sign, but yes. So basically the activity that we were looking for, that anxious or that quick moving, that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh! He's completely alive.
What the hell?
We're watching a movie. She definitely is still alive. And Heche, if you look at her story, she told us that she was sent by her father. Just before she passed away, she finished filming, which is now released, The Girl in the Room 13, which is about sex trafficking. If you look at the story of Anne Heche and the movies that she's been in, she was also in Wag the Dog. And you should really watch that movie because it highlights that wars are fake. And Hollywood can quite easily make that into a production. If you tie it all together, it'll start making sense. Her name is very important and they've highlighted her for a reason. And it will start tying a lot of
The conversation eventually expanded to Sean Diddy Combs because of his past association with Ellen. His legal issues have generated enormous public attention on their own, and some online commentators have attempted to connect separate celebrity controversies into one larger story. Those connections remain speculative, but they continue to drive discussion across social media and entertainment news.
Got a half hour and World News Tonight is on, and I just muted it because I saw the promo and it's all about P. Diddy. Now, P. Diddy was my neighbor on Star Island, and although I only met him once, he did invite me to his New Year's Eve party, which I believe everybody was wearing white, but we didn't know, and we had on like sweatpants, me and my family and my kids, and we took a picture with the Ciroc liquor bottle that was outside, that there was professional photographers or some kind of vodka. And we didn't get in. They didn't let us in. The doormen were like looking at us and I'm like, no, he invited me yesterday. I live right there. And my daughter saw him in the street and we talked and no, we.
Whether these events point to deeper problems within Hollywood or simply reflect years of personal conflicts and changing public opinion is still debated. As more interviews and investigations emerge, the conversation continues to evolve. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more celebrity stories and entertainment deep dives.